A unusual, unusual story that you never want to hear. Sanjay put out on the timeline yesterday, on the side, growing a said company to the moon, 300K in MRR, and then all of a sudden, our good friend got cut out of the operation. Builder of system, cut out of the opportunity. We must bring him in here to talk what is going on. Everybody, welcome inside the show, Sanjay Jenkins, the one and only growth dominator of Replo. Let's go, Sanjay.
I'm so hyped right now, boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
I've been doing this show forever. I love you guys so much. This is awesome. Thank you for having
Brother.
me.
It's been a long time coming. We love you, man.
Yeah,
and we have needed you. We've needed you on this show. You know, when it comes to e-commerce, especially in the Dallas metro area, there's only two names. There's only two names at the top of that list. It's the one and only Sanjay Jenkins, and it's Cameron Gawley. You know, the two owners of D2C and e-commerce in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
We're trying to plant a flag here, man. When Cam had a really great event a couple weeks ago, and I just forgot how many like massive companies are in the Metroplex. They're here.
Big.
Everyone's like, they've got like families and stuff, so they don't really get out of the house that much.
Yeah.
But it's here, it's happening. We're trying to make a name for ourselves as a DTC space. So
here we are. You're doing an incredible job. And Sanjay, I'd love for you to just back up the truck here. And this post that you put out yesterday, we need context. I'd love for you to tell the story. Yeah. Give people a little context on you though, too, as we get into this. I know you're a man about town, a doer of many things. And just back up the truck on you a little bit and then bring us into this story that I think everybody needs to hear.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I've run brands, I've started things, I've run agencies my entire like adult life. Essentially, I was definitely one of those how to make money online kids when I was 16.
Yeah, baby.
No, it's how half of us got started. Right, we're on like ClickBank. I remember like I had like an Athletic Greens Facebook page trying to do affiliate stuff like 10 years ago. Like when they were still like that grungy direct response, not what they are now. So I've been around. And right now, like the mainstay, we've got, I saw stuff on the internet hat from Replo, it's landing page builder. We've got an AI product coming out, but we've powered like the front ends of so many of the largest brands. Groons, you got Groons right behind you. They were day one Replo, their entire website's built on Replo. So really proud of that. So that's what I do during the day. But I'm sure you guys have been on like SaaS demos and you're talking to somebody and they're giving you advice. And you're like, this guy has no idea what's actually happening. And I vowed to not be that SaaS guy. So like to still be, in the game, actually understand what's going on in the market. So the tweet that we're talking about here today, I took on a project back in January to help build like an RUO research use only peptide business from like ground zero, like completely like nothing set up. Let's go build out all the infrastructure, start figuring out how to get traffic. So that started in January. By March, when we've like actually started going to market, like boom, like kind of 300K out of the gate. And that was entirely built on the back of affiliates. Affiliates posted pretty consistently March, April, and then they dropped off. So all that traffic basically went to zero. And in the entire time, I was like fighting Meta to try to get our account set up. Every time we'd set an account up, we'd get banned. So we'd go through the whole process. We got that going. We got Google ripping. We spent more on Google than we did on Meta, but we're back. Wow. We cleared the same revenue bar, right? So, 300K back to back to back. And I got a call on Friday. I'm thinking we're trying to talk through like ops stuff. And it's, hey, actually, you're no longer part of this operation. We're going to pursue new strategies. I'm like, what? I've been building the strategies, dog. What are you talking about? So that was like a real gut punch. I was like an S tier crash out all weekend. I had a wedding to go to out of town. And I'm just like white knuckling driving to Memphis and back. What have I done wrong? But sometimes things don't work out. It's not the first time I've been kind of cut out unceremoniously out of a deal. So it certainly won't be the last time. But yeah, we built this like pretty crazy, probably more compliant than it needed to be our lawyers are really great. I'm pretty confident that our lawyer has his own peptide business. He would give us like the gray hat plays. He could tell us like how far we could push the boundaries. But I was like Mr. Compliance all day long, and we still got it to work. The idea being, let's just try to like outlast all of the people that are like running the non-compliant stuff. They're going to get shut down. And we got shut down trying to do the right thing. So, and then came back up. But that's kind of how it happened. And here we are. Oh. We've got the playbook. I'm happy to share.
But as part of that tweet, you're basically saying, hey, I want to run this back. I want to do this again. Who's willing to jump on board and rock and roll with me? Are you ready to run it back and do it?
Sort of. I don't know if I want to like be the guy in the arena directly now. The entire process, like I built a team. Like we've got an ads team, we've got a retention team, we've got creative, we've got influencer, all kind of plug and play. Everyone's ready to rock. We just don't really have anything to rock with. So I'm like, yo, I built this. I've got some other stuff that I'm cooking up on the side that I'm probably going to shift most of my focus to, Replo and this other project. So I'm like, yo, I worked so hard to build this. Please, someone use this.
Would it be specifically only for peptides, or can it be any product, any consumer product?
I mean, we do. I mean, I'm still running a lot of traffic for a bunch of consumer products that don't require all the legislative and compliance whack-a-mole. So like I'm like slinging t-shirts and stuff all the way to all sorts of other things outside of this. But yeah, no, the system works for anything. But if you want to do peptides and you want to do it the right way, we have everything kind of mapped out for you.
Wow.
I think Sanjay, somebody, I mean, surely there's a number of people out there that are cooking on something related to peptides, I mean, I've got to get in on the gold rush.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple calls later today. I had one call this morning that ended really funny. Someone I really care about. He was like, yeah, he heard the whole thing. He's like, this is a little too risky, a little too gray hat for me. Not my cup of tea at the moment, which you kind of see. But yeah, I mean, whether you're trying to do like just a specific subset of like all the peptides available, or if you want to go full enchilada, like I guess it's not hard now. I'm on the other side of it. It was definitely like a very daunting mountain to climb, like 5 months ago.
Yeah, it is. I mean, in my mind, anything related to healthcare, tough. Difficult, because there's a lot of things to navigate there. And I mean, you've gone through and like weeded your way through it, talked with legal, built the systems, etc. I feel like somebody needs to just say, Sanjay, why don't you just sit on the side here? Just sit on the side and advise with everything that you got going on. Just just lay out the system here for us and advise. And then we'll get somebody else to be hands-on keyboard making this thing happen. But why don't you just lay out the map? I think that's what needs to happen, Sanjay.
And my team is like honestly ready to be hands-on keyboard. So like anyone who wants to work with us, like we're making like hundreds of ad creatives a week. We've got like doing a ton of affiliate outreach, like 100, probably 100 or so a week. To try to ramp back up. But we were like the first couple months, like the first 300 grand, March, April, that was off of 5 affiliates.
Bro, that's
one of them, and it was really crazy because it was like one lady here in Dallas. I think she lives in a building that I can see. It's on the other side of the screen.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's insane. So yeah, I was like, okay, go get 100 of those. Like, how big can you get? I mean, the lawyers were talking about how some of the other peptide companies they work with, they're doing like $10 to $50 million a month. I'm like, whoa, that's where we're about to go. That's what I thought my summer was going to look like. But
what's interesting is I think the product here is not the peptides that you are selling, but actually the turnkey system of the peptide business, because you could sell that to so many people for X amount of dollars. I think that's super valuable, because a lot of people have a ton of trouble going from 0 to 1. If you can basically say, I can get you to 1, but you got to go to 10, that's pretty awesome. Like it's pretty substantial.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm usually like an open book, like, and then my big thing is I mean, this industry, the peptide industry, even more so than DTC. There's a lot of like, you know, snake people. There's a lot of just like shady characters. I've always tried to like do the right thing and try to be like just a generous voice if I can be. And now I'm like, man, I got a wedding to pay for, you know, maybe I should start monetizing some of this.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
just become a peptide
guy. So down to help anybody, because it was a ton of pain. And I think that was like the emotional piece over the weekend. You know, this happened on Friday. We're on Tuesday now. Like, I was just like, I worked so hard for this. Like, I'm not even sad that I'm not even a part of this specific thing. I'm just like, you just took away something I was like really proud to build.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there's a wise man once said, Sanjay, you reap what you sow. And I can't imagine that this kind of what I would call negative sowing on their side will yield positive reaping.
It might,
you know,
and that's the world works in mysterious ways. I wish them well. Like, you know, I hope they crush it when whatever they do here and elsewhere, but not my problem anymore, you know? So
yeah, not your circus, not your monkeys. You know, I find some of these comments on this tweet that you put out, which is currently sitting at 23,000 views, 120 comments.
Let's go.
The
small account Spider-Man, let's go.
The person involved did out themselves. Zain Ali, not Zaineth Agency, said sorry, we wanted to go in a different direction. Sorry, Zain.
So much.
Zain's
so good.
Sean Frank, Village and Origin story for you.
Sell compliantly on TikTok Shop. I was like, what is possible? Because there are some people doing some stuff there, but we never figured out like a reliably compliant way to do anything. And even some of the accessory stuff, it was just like, I remember it was like 2 weeks ago, we were about to launch like an accessory product, and between like Monday and like Wednesday, like I think that Tuesday, they TikTok changed their policy. And so like, voila, you can't sell this one thing. And we had like all the suppliers ready to go. We're about to like make a pre-order on it. So I was like, okay, it changes so quickly and you have to stay on top of it. But if you're willing to play that game, obviously there is a ton of upside.
Sanjay, riddle me this. I think that this is really true. And I think the unfortunate piece of this story, it rings true for me. I see what we are doing in e-commerce and in consumer. I see the opportunity that was alive and real, and also the dangers of the Wild West of the later 1800s in America, Manifest Destiny, going to California, finding gold. You know, I see that as what is now a digital reality on the internet and what we do today. And, you know, in the Wild West, there were outlaws. There were natural disasters. There were acts of God. You know, there were, heinous crimes. And there was also generational wealth. And there was technological advancement. And there was, incredible businesses and treasures found. And I think that is analogous to what we experience on the internet today. There are real unfortunate circumstances, and there are people getting cut out of deals, and there are also non-compliant. There's non-compliance, but there's also a way to do business and to make a great treasure for oneself and for one's family and for one's future in a good way. I mean, do you see that play out here on the internet today?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially with this, right? Like with the peptide stuff. I mean, first of all, I'm trying to be Levi's jeans, baby. I'm trying to be like Mr. Shovel himself or whatever, like in the gold miner analogy, which is why, I do Repo too. Like we've got this like big market, but I'm also like a guy in the arena. I like double dipping here a bit. With the peptide stuff specifically, the regulations are changing so rapidly. And so what was true 6 months ago is not going to be what's true 6 months from now. And, obviously with the current administration that we have, like it's changing so quickly. There was a legitimate conversation I had not that long ago where I was like, man, is my biggest competition in this space going to be like the president's family. And I know you just have like
could be
stuff. I'm like, man, was that really who I was gonna have to go compete against? Because like that is actually a possibility. I think they're coming out with like GLPs and stuff. So imagine being Hims, and then you're like, oh, like the president's family is about to like spit out GLPs. Like, how do you even model that into your like CAC forecast? I have no idea. And it changes so much. But if you have something, the system that is durable, if you have like all the back end infrastructure, you can maneuver, and that's what we built. And that's what I was like. I was really focused on trying to build something that had staying power. And we have that now. But yeah, it is 100% the Wild West, and it is kind of a bloodbath in some categories and some of the products. It's like it's just tough to get any sort of traction. A lot of it is middle and bottom of funnel as is. If you're starting something, like you're going to play in that space, and it is competitive. But if you're a half decent marketer and you talk to some good lawyers, you can navigate pretty well and do pretty nicely.
You also have 123 comments on this post. That's pretty substantial. I think people are flying into your DMs because they want to work with you. They know you're an operator in the space. And I truly believe this. I think all the good operators in the space, as long as you stay being a good operator and you are kind of a net good to the community, you will be, I think how I look at it is you're awarded, time in the space. So I think you will just keep rocking and rolling. And I would imagine, dude, you're going to pull so many opportunities out of this. No problem. Absolutely no problem.
That. I hope so. I was really down in the dumps this weekend. I went to a wedding.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the back, just shooting vodka, like just sad. I was trying to dance through the pain. And then, I was actually, I'm not going to lie, I was 100% having, I took some time off from Uppo, so I'm just kind of like floating around a little bit. And I was sitting at a bar having a couple of martinis yesterday when that tweet went off. Not thinking like it was really going to turn into anything, but it was like, as soon as it like started to get a little bit of traction, I was like, oh, okay, like there is something here. And I do. And I've had some like really great folks like reach out to me like via text and just kind of remind me that I'm generally doing a decent job of being a good guy. And I needed to hear that. So Colin, you are. That means a lot.
You are.
I also have a friend that would be extremely interested in this. So I'm going to text.
Yeah.
I have a friend who I'll connect you with after the show. I'll shoot you a DM, and
I'll send you both.
Extremely interested.
I've got like it's a 25, I think it's a 25 or 27 page doc of like the high level. It kind of goes into like quite a bit of detail. So I'll send it to you guys. You guys, you're welcome to disseminate it to your
Well, but it's like Sanjay, I wonder, brother, if you shouldn't send that playbook unless there's $20,000 that went your way before it got sent. I'm just wondering.
That's what I'm like. I'm trying to be the generous guy. I'm like, but how does this monetization thing work?
I think you are going to get a ton of money for that, and I think there's also a huge opportunity where basically peptide companies can approach you and say, how do we scale? We're hitting basically revenue thresholds. I don't know how to break out of this ceiling because they're so backed into, the standard of we only know telehealth. We only know this playbook. And like, I know a bunch of gremlin techniques where it's like, hey, you want to get to XYZ? I'll get you there. I got some gremlin techniques that'll get you there, but you got to be ready for the ride. And I don't think they're ready for the ride for most of the time. So,
but we'll help you. I would love to help.
Yeah,
for a fee, of course.
Everyone, go and talk with Sanjay and
100%.
Tell him, give me that playbook before he wises up and charges $20,000 for it. And Sanjay, I echo this. Man, you are one of the best people in our industry. Love 100%. Working with you, spending time with you. Smart, dialed, hands-on keyboard, do all of the things. And you are a goated operator with a golden heart. So we appreciate you, brother. We love what you're doing. And I'm excited to see who is going to be deploying the Sanjay playbook for peptides to ride forever.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you making the time. Thank you, brother. Look forward to having you back.